All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Buffalo Bills and the Houston Texans. For a berth in Super Bowl 53, away we go. The 2019 AFC Championship game is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. On second down, here's Miller. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Strong start by this defense. 3rd and short, they go with a run. Stonewalled for no gain.
I played for a guy who always talked about setting tones and meeting force with force. That felt like it on that play, didn't it? And they met it with a big way and won. What a great job by the defense.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 13. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down, here's Allen. Dancing to his left. Toward the sideline, he will have the 1st down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. And they'll go on the ground. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. We've become so accustomed to it, you sort of take it for granted.
You really do, but he is so good that every team in his division, every year, is trying to make sure they draft people charged with trying to block J.J. Watt. So far, hasn't been too successful.
Allen off the play fake. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3. Couple of plays sent him the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Allen hit. He lost the football. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. So on 4th down, here's Matt Darr to kick it away. And now out comes Houston. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Going deep for Hopkins. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal?
Richmond.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And the offense will cover this one up, but they'll be pushed back inside their own 10.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Corey Grant taking it in from a yard out. And the Bills have taken the early lead. So a very good start, but don't go get those Super Bowl T-shirts left. Still the early going here.
I wonder if they're even printing them at this stage of the game, right? Do you wait a little longer before you say which one you're going to do? Good advice, Brandon. Make sure you know there's a lot of game left, but a good start.
Hauschka adds the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second.
Here's Watson now on second down. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A first down carry now for Miller. Down to the 25. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
To throw on second is Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
The Texans with the first opportunity now from the red zone. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Richmond.
He's going to get it running right. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Lamar Miller punching it in from a yard away. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And here come the Bills. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Allen forced out to his left. And this one's incomplete. Zay Jones was the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Allen. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Bernardrick McKinney coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
Watch him now, Barney, Barney.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
And they'll run it here. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Now Allen throwing on 2nd down. That's Foster hauling it in over the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Here's Matt Darr now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And some room to maneuver. Lamar Miller, the 40, the 30, 10, touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Texans are able to show off their quick strike ability. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the 1st half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
Fairbairn now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Bills. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. A big play here for Buffalo. 41 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. 2 minutes to go here in the 1st half. Back with more of the AFC Championship game after this. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Allen looks to throw on 2nd down, and the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Here's Allen to throw it. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Matt Darr now, as he's on to punt for Buffalo. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Tiger. Richmond. Hey, Black 22. Black 22. Come back.
Now it's Watson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Corey Grant with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bills are an extra point away from taking the lead. Hauschka with the extra point. And that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
Going deep for Hopkins. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Down. Black 22. Black 22.
Back to the air. Watson on 2nd down. Oh, wide open, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a first down throw, Watson. Flushed out right, and he'll slide down to avoid the contact. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. It's hurry-up mode time for the Texans, hustling up to the line. On 2nd down, here's Watson looking for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches.
Black 22! Black 22! Two jet! Come back!
Out of the gun, Watson. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 50. Yeah, who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it. So we come upon halftime in the AFC title game. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. To throw on second down. Allen toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Robert Foster, 67 yards. And the Bills are in for 6.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this third quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shot. Lamar Miller, 20, 10. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Lamar Miller saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Texans are in for 6. Now Watson, he's going to lead the Texans up to go for 2. They'll try and run it in with Miller. And this time he'll be stopped short of the goal line. He might have been out of gas after the long run. In any event, the try for 2 fails. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. Room here to run. John Brown, touchdown, Buffalo. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Well, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
So Allen breaks the huddle, and his guys will go for 2 here. To the air, Allen being chased out left. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And here comes the Texans now. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Green the line! Green the line! 2 jet! 2 jet!
They begin with a run by Miller. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Black 22! Black 22! 2 jet! 2 jet!
Watson on 1st down. Throw outside, complete to QT. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. He got 29 yards that time. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 32-yard line. From the gun, here's Watson. Buying time to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's second and 11. Here's Watson. From the gun, he'll throw. Flush to his right. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. He's up to 87 yards receiving now, and it's a first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Watson going to give this one to Miller. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. And that rushing touchdown, his fourth, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. A big play here for the Bills. 53 yards. And a guy that can change the game, shows you a glimpse of it right there, taking the ball down inside the red zone.
It just tells you how tough it is for a defense. You just hold on all game and essentially hold your breath. Will they break a big one on us at any point during the game? It just happened right there.
Operating from the red zone now. Allen eluding the pressure right. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down. Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive backs' hands. What really actually happens, you don't get many opportunities. You get over anxious and you start to think about taking it away and going the other way instead of focusing and catching the ball.
Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. Defensively, maybe a little too fired up there for a 3rd down stop.
Remember in preseason when we were going to camps and watching people, they worked on this, right? In the heat of the summer, still did it anyway.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. A carry for Adams. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Corey Grant saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Bills have broken the tie. Hauschka adds the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And now out comes Houston. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Here's a give to Miller. And an alley to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So a decent game, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Watson. And his throw here's incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete.
Down. Black 22. Black 22.
Watson now to throw on second down. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And the Bills have recovered.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. The 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. And they'll go on the ground. And they're going to get him down, but not before a pretty good run right there. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
They'll give it to him up the middle, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Corey Grant, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Bills use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Now Hauschka to tack on the extra point. Hauschka with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Green the line. Green the line.
On first down, it's Watson. Going up top. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10, Watson. escape, and he goes down. Jerry Hughes in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Here's Watson. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Jerry Hughes getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Lucky 56, lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Still a couple yards short of the 1st as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. The Bills on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Now they try the right side here. And he's able to find some room as they get him down after a good run. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. They'll come out in the pistol. The first carry for Patrick DeMarco. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The Bills on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. On the toss, this is Adams. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Josh Adams, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Well, Charles, fans around here, they were already talking Super Bowl. They've made plans. You just can't look past anybody in this league, especially this deep into the playoffs.
You would think that every year that message would sink in. And it feels like every year we see something like this, especially the way they're handling them. All right, you didn't expect this part to happen, but when you're playing this deep in the playoffs, every team's dangerous.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Now let's go. Blue, land it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And now running right through it. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. I think this defense tired of seeing him run the football, and this D-line probably getting sick of the O-line as well.
And as I'm watching this, I'm thinking about a conversation I had with Adam Gase, the head coach of the Miami Dolphins in the offseason. He told me that he asked his running backs each week for their favorite runs. Give me your 3 top runs. And right now, you're seeing a guy that's probably using his top runs to great advantage in this game.
He is in a zone. Now a handoff looking right. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
All right, here we go. 319. 319.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's going to bring this one down to right about the 20-yard line. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
Well, there's an example of patience being rewarded. Ran the ball on first down and got stuffed. Most people would scream, throw the ball here. In this situation, they stayed with their roots, stayed with running the football, and they got rewarded.
Third down. That's Grant. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, he was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
And Hauschka's kick is good. And that will extend the lead out to 24. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Hell, green.
Now a handoff to Miller. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Time for a break. Back to wrap up the AFC Championship game after this.
Hell, blue 80.
They'll run it again with Miller. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a 3rd and about 9 to go.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. The Texans on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
The Texans send the punter out. He's been terrific so far. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.